Hi, everyone. Welcome to the second open session of week 4, module 6. I'm Arlette Yvonne, and I'm very happy to be with you in this last session of module 6, guys. Finally, we have come to the end of module 6, and I'm very happy with all the effort that you have demonstrated in this module. So I'm very satisfied with your work, guys, and I hope you keep it up for the next module. So welcome everyone to this last but not least session of module 6. The first thing that we are going to look at today is the conjugation of verbs in the third person of singular. Then we are going to practice some vocabulary to describe physical appearance. Then we'll see how to use possessive adjectives, vocabulary of places in a city, and finally, we are going to see how to use vocabulary to describe a place. That is what we are going to see during this session. Remember, guys, that if you have any questions or if you want to make a comment, you are free to interrupt me, or you can also write your comments or post your questions in the chat box. I will be more than happy to help you out with all your questions. Or if you prefer, you can ask me at the end of the session. So let's start with the conjugation of verbs in the third person of singular. Here I have 2 links. I'm going to share those links to you guys. If you want to do the exercise along with me, you are also very welcome to do so. But I'm going to share the first link, and I hope this link works. Let me see, guys. I'm going to try the first link first. Let's see. It works, guys. I'm going to paste it in the chat as well. So if you can follow me with this exercise, please feel free to do it. This is the exercise. The conjugation of verbs in the third person of singular. Why is this important, guys, in this module? This is important because remember that when you describe one of your classmates in the class, in the forum, you are going to use the third person of singular. You are going to talk about he or she. And that is why you need to be aware the conjugation of verbs in affirmative, guys, only for the third person of singular. What is the third person of singular? He, she, or it. Remember that these rules are only for present simple affirmative when we conjugate verbs in present simple with he, she, or it. What are these rules? Well, the first is most of the verb, guys, when we conjugate a verb in present simple with he, she, or it, most of the verbs have an S at the end. For example, He talks, she drives. But there are some verbs that ends with double S, X, SH, CH, or O. What happened to these verbs? When we conjugate these verbs with he, she, or it, we need to add ES, like fixes, she fixes, it does, for example. And finally, guys, we have some verbs that end with Y, but before Y, there is a consonant. For example, tidy. We have a Y that is in red and a consonant that is in green. Tidy. What happened to these verbs? When you conjugate tidy with he, she, or it, you change Y for I and you add ES. For example, he tidies. Play. But what happened to play? Play, as you can see, ends with Y. But before Y, there is a vowel. So in this case, you just have to write an S to the verb. And you say, he plays. And that's it. So let's see. For example, I walk, he walks. I go, for example, he goes to the cinema every weekend. So we say he goes. What about dance? Anybody wants to tell me how do you conjugate dance with she? Anybody, guys? Huh? Dances. All right. Very good. What about the speak? She dances. He speaks. There is no problem with this verb. We only add an S and then study. Remember, this verb ends with Y, but before Y there is a consonant. So we say studies. Then enjoy. Enjoy ends with a Y, but before a Y there is a vowels. So we only add S. Enjoys. Fix. We saw fix in the example, so fixes, all right? He fixes his car. Jump. My cat jumps very high. Wash. Él se lava sus manos. He washes. Find. Who wants to tell me about find? Anybody? Any volunteer, guys? Find. Find means encontrar. Aquí solamente le agregamos una S. Finds, like that. All right. Mary. Mary termina con Y, pero antes del Y hay una consonante. Entonces, marries. Next. Keep. Por ejemplo, ella guarda un secreto. She keeps a secret. O mantener una promesa. She keeps a promise. All right, guys. She keeps a promise. Next, love. My dog loves it when I take it for a walk. Loves, right. We only add an S. Yes, loves, okay. Bother. Okay, Arlette. What about bother? Bother means molestar. What is? We bothers. She bothers me, or he bothers me a lot. Okay, bothers. And she sing. She sings beautifully, all right? She sings. Lie. Lie also means mentir. Well, we can say he lies a lot. Catch. What about catch? Okay, Fatima, very good. What about catch? What about catch, guys? Catches. Termina con CH, entonces decimos catches. All right? Oh, I made a mistake. All right, guys. Now let's do the next exercise. It says Samantha or Samantha likes playing tennis. What do we say here, guys? Samantha or likes? Any idea? Yes, Jorge, likes. Yes, very good. We make or we makes delicious cakes. Okay, Rosario. What about make? We make, right. Only like that. Uncle Tom feeds the dog every day. What do we say, guys? Uncle Tom feeds the dog? Feeds. Right, very good. What about letter D? Do or does they live in London? This is a question, guys. Remember that in questions in present simple, we need an auxiliary, either do or does. But in this case, what do we need? Do or does? Do, all right. Next, my brother eats a lot of hamburgers. What do we say? Eat or eats? Any idea, guys? We say eats. Right, my brother eats. You always come or you always comes to class early? You always come or comes? You always come. Yes, very good. They all work or they all works in the post office? What do we say, guys? They all work or they all work in the post office? Work. Yes, the giant panda live or the giant panda lives in China, guys. Here we are talking about an animal that is a giant panda. The giant panda live or the giant panda lives? The giant panda lives, all right? Because it's the third person of singular. Foxes. Lives, Arlette, because it's the Giant panda is an animal, is the third person of singular, so we need an S. Foxes live or foxes lives in the forest. In this case, we are talking about animals, but in plural. So we say foxes live or foxes lives. What do we say, guys? Foxes. In this case, estamos hablando en plural, chicos. Simplemente decimos foxes live. Foxes live. ¿Por qué? Porque no estoy hablando de una sola, sino estoy hablando de varias. Por eso digo live. The air moves or the air moves around the sun. What is? The air move or the air moves? La Tierra gira alrededor del Sol. Pero como la Tierra también es tercera persona del singular, entonces decimos the air moves. Yes, Arlette, the air moves. Next, letter K. You don't or you doesn't often go to the gym. In this case, is you. Here we have the sentence in negative. So which auxiliary do you use? Do or doesn't? What is the auxiliary, guys? Don't. You don't. All right, I agree. Michael doesn't drive or doesn't drives to work. Remember that when we have an auxiliary, the verb never changes. ¿Ok? Cuando tenemos un auxiliar, ya sea en negativo o en pregunta, el verbo no se altera, se queda igual. Por lo tanto, es drive. Ajá, just like that. Michael doesn't drive. All right, Rosario, very good. Jorge. Now, letter M. Do or does he know how to swim? Here we are talking about he. So what is he or in this case, do or does? Does. All right, because we are talking about he. He is the third person of singular. Lisa and Nancy often jog or often jogs in the park. What do we say? Often jogs. No, it's often jog, right? Why? Because, guys, jog, we are talking about Lisa and Nancy. They are plural. They are they. These children drive or these children rides their bikes to school every day. These children rides? No, ride, because children is plural, guys. These children ride their bikes to school every day. Next. My sister never tidies like in the first one or tidies like in the second one. What do you say? The first or the second, guys? Tidies the first? No, it's the second. Why? Because remember that tidy is like this. It's a verb that ends with Y, but before Y there is a consonant. So the Y changes for I, and we add ES. So we say, my sister never tidies her bedroom. Next one, does your brother run or does your brother runs fast? What do we say? Does your brother run? Okay. You and your mom don't, or you and your mom doesn't cook. What do you say, guys? You and your mom don't, because we are talking about you and your mom. Estamos hablando de ti y de tu mamá. Entonces somos dos personas. Don't, yes. Very good. Rosario and Arlette. Okay. And that's it. What is the purpose of this exercise? Well, to get used to the use of the conjugation of present simple with the third person of singular. Estamos viendo las conjugaciones de los verbos en presente simple. En tercera persona, sí, por ejemplo en la A, pero también en otras personas, como en la B, vean, en afirmativo. Pero también lo estamos viendo en su forma de interrogación, con el do y el does. Y también lo estamos viendo en negativo, con el don't y el doesn't. Bueno, vamos a darle clic. All right, we got it right. Now let's go back to the presentation, guys. ¿Cuándo van a utilizar el tercera persona? En el foro de integración. Al final tienen que usar tercera persona del singular para presentar a alguien de sus compañeros, acuérdense. Entonces, todos los verbos que ustedes me pongan ahí tienen que estar conjugados en tercera persona del singular. Entonces, la importancia de la conjugación de los verbos. Vamos con el segundo tema. Si nos da tiempo, regresamos al segundo ejercicio de conjugación de verbos. Vamos al vocabulario para describir apariencia física. Entonces, vamos a ver este vocabulario. I'm going to check if the link is still available, guys, because sometimes it's not available anymore. Yes, I think it's still available. So I'm going to post it in the chat as well. If you want to do it along with me, you can also do it, guys. This is the exercise. We are going to practice the vocabulary to describe a person in the in terms of physical appearance, because we can also describe a person in terms of personality, but in this case is in terms of physical appearance. We have here, guys, different people, different ages, with different facial features, different traits, different physical traits. And you're going to tell me which word would you use with each of these people. Like a straight. We know that straight means lacio. It's an adjective. Eyebrows. Eyebrows is a noun. It means cejas. Blonde. Blonde is an adjective. Bald. Bald is an adjective that means calvo. Beard. Beard. No decimos bear, no decimos beard, no decimos bear ni beard, decimos beard, que es barba. Wavy, quebrado, es un adjetivo. Mustache es un sustantivo que significa bigote. And curly es un adjetivo. Ahora, what can you tell me about the first guy? He is or he has. ¿Qué me pueden decir de él? Vamos a utilizar una palabra. ¿Y qué podríamos decir de él que no tienen los demás? So, what can we say about him? He has a beard. Yes, very good. So, he has a beard. Very good. Very good, Jorge. He has a beard. Right. Remember is has a bit, porque estamos hablando de él. He has a bit. What about the boy here? Look at his beautiful hair. So the boy, what can you tell me about the boy? What is the word that you use with the boy, guys? The boy has straight hair, blonde hair, bell, mustache. What can you tell me about him? The boy has wavy hair. Wavy? I think it's curly. Yes, Rosario. Yes, curly hair. All right. And what about the girl next to him? Yes, the boy has curly hair. And the girl over here, guys? The girl has... What can you tell me about this girl? The girl has wavy hair. Yes, very good. Okay, Jorge and Arlette. The girl has wavy hair. And what about the little girl over here? What can you tell me about her? She's blonde. All right. Es rubia. She's blonde. Yes. Very good. And, okay, Jorge. What about the man over here? The man, what can you tell me about him, guys? The man has a mustache. Yes, he has a mustache. Right. And the girl over here, what can you tell me about her? Okay, Arlette, the man has a mustache. And the girl? The girl hair is straight, or she has straight hair. Lo pueden decir, she has straight hair. And what about the man over here? The man over here is bald. Solamente decimos he's bald. ¿Por qué? Porque bald es un adjetivo. Okay? So we say he's bald. And what about the woman over here, guys? She has thick eyebrows. Tiene cejas pobladas. She has thick eyebrows. And that's it. Now, look at these two pictures. They are very similar, guys. These two pictures are very similar. Yes, eyebrows, but vamos a definir cómo son sus cejas de esta chica. Son gruesas, ¿no? So she has thick eyebrows. Bueno. Now, let's look at these two pictures. They are very similar, but there are some differences. So you are going to tell me if it is true or false. In picture 1, the old man has brown eyebrows. The old man has a brown eyebrows. I'm going to make it bigger, I think. Let me see if I can do it bigger. Oh, yes. It's true or false, guys? False. False. Bueno, es que se le ven como negras, ¿no? O sea, vamos a ponerle que es false. Let's say it's false. In picture 2, the old man has white eyebrows. The old man over here, guys, in letter A, has white eyebrows. Is it true or false? This is true. Right. Next one. In picture 1, the boy has straight hair. In picture 1, the boy has a straight hair. Is it true or false, guys? It's false. Yes, totally agree with you. Next question. In picture 1, the girl has blonde hair. True or false? The girl has blonde hair. Is it true or false? It's true. Next, in picture 2, the boy has curly hair. In picture 2, the boy has curly hair. True or false? Miriam says it's false. Yes, I agree with you, Miriam. What about in picture 2, the girl has black hair? The girl has black hair in picture 2. Is false? Okay, in picture 2, the man is bald and has got a mustache. In picture 2, the man is bald, all right, and has got a mustache. Is true or false? Vean, el hombre está calvo y tiene bigote, ¿sí o no? Is true. Yes, very good. Next, in picture 1, the man is bald and has got a beard. In picture 1, the man is bald and has got a beard. Yes, it's true as well. Now, before we finish this exercise, it says, think about one friend and write 3 sentences to describe your friend. Example, my best friend Flor has black and straight hair. She doesn't have a beard. She doesn't have curly hair. Now you are going to tell me 3 sentences that describe your best friend or one of your friends using the vocabulary for physical appearance. What can you tell me, guys? Anybody wants to describe a friend of yours? Anybody wants to describe a friend of yours? In the chat, you can say 3 sentences about your friend using the vocabulary. Any volunteers? ¿Algún voluntario, chicos? Aquí, ¿quién me dicta? Anybody, guys? Any volunteers? My best friend has blonde hair. Okay, Miriam says. My best friend has blonde hair. Right, another sentence. Who wants to tell me another sentence? She doesn't have a mustache. Okay. And another sentence about your best friend? She has long straight hair. Okay. She has long straight blonde hair, ¿no? Pues ya le podríamos aumentar el blonde hasta el último, que es el color. She has long straight blonde hair. All right. Very good. Vamos a revisar si el ejercicio estuvo bien. Oops. In the first picture, according to the key of this exercise, the old man has brown eyebrows. It was true. Pero bueno, nosotros se los vemos negras. Tal vez sea un error de la clave del ejercicio, porque realmente, chicos, vean, si ustedes se fijan, se le ven negras al señor grande. Porque al de la letra C se le ven cafés y al señor sí se le ven más oscuras. Entonces, pues a lo mejor fue un error de la clave del ejercicio. Ok, now let's go back. ¿Cuál fue el propósito de este ejercicio? Practicar el vocabulario para describir a personas en términos de apariencia física. Let's see. Tenemos otro ejercicio más, pero por razones de tiempo vamos con el siguiente tema, possessive adjectives. Vamos a ver si la primera liga funciona. I'm going to check it out, guys. Hold on a minute. First, I'm going to check if it works. Oops, no. Let's see the second one. I'm going to check the second one. Oh, yes, this one, it works. I am going to share the link in the chat. Okay, guys, so we have possessive adjectives. Let's see, guys. Possessive adjectives. Choose the correct answer. Remember, guys, the possessive adjectives always go before a noun. Esa es la regla para usar los adjetivos posesivos. Siempre, siempre van antes de un sustantivo y obviamente nos indican posesión. Por ejemplo, mi casa, mi nombre, mi familia, mis hijos, ¿ok? My house, my family, my children. Bueno, nos queda un minuto para terminar la primera parte de esta sesión, chicos. Vamos a ver la primera. Hi, folks, this is... Ella dice, hola, chicos, esta es mi mascota. ¿Cómo dirían eso? My, all right. Good. What about the next one? Bob and Liz are reading. There. Very good. Maggie loves riding. What do you say? Her, its, or his?